The Sean Campbell Show, a podcast for the aspiring and hungry entrepreneur.
Hey everybody, it's Sean Campbell, The Sean Campbell Show, a podcast by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. And today I want to talk about how to get the right mindset for your social media program. If you don't have a social media program, or if you've kind of dabbled in it, or you're very inconsistent in it, I believe that a lot of it is obtaining the right mindset, obtaining the right approach, and the right kind of, looking at it at the right way and understanding why you need to be on social media to market your business today. And, a few years ago, especially, before everything that's happened these last few months, I used to say that this was kind of a complementary aspect of your marketing. Now, social media is 100% needed. It's a 100% should be a part of your marketing program in just about any type of business you're in, okay? There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You need to be on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, all the above, a couple of those on Twitter, Pinterest, whatever is applicable for you to reach your audience. You need to be on that platform. You need to be on more than one platform, more than likely. And it's not a choice today. I mean, people's attention are on their mobile devices, they're on their desktops or their laptops, and especially when the at-home workforce is at home without their supervisors looking, over their shoulders. If they're not on their social on their desktops or their laptops, they're probably on it with their phones. Now more than ever, people's attention is on Facebook, is on Instagram, is on their LinkedIn, it's on their, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever platform your audience is on. And if you're not on that platform, you are 1,000% missing the boat. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's not a choice anymore. You have to market on social media. And I get it. I understand, especially, the people who've been in business for a few decades, who used to do it one way, used to do it word of mouth or through an ad in the newspaper or TV commercial or whatever it was. And it doesn't work as well, if at all, anymore. You got to put your presence on social media. But what I think a lot of people, business owners, where their misstep and their hesitancy to have a presence on social comes from an adjustment on their mindset. And this is the biggest adjustment, and this is one of the things I heard on one of my favorite shows on Shark Tank, when one of the sharks had all his people around, the businesses that he's invested on, and he's had an expert come in. And the expert stated, perfectly, social media is not your opportunity for your audience to hear you. It's not the opportunity for your audience to hear you. It's your opportunity for you to engage with your audience, okay? A lot of people have it flipped around where they think, okay, this is my chance to say whatever I want and present whatever I want to my audience to sell. That's not it. You have to provide value and information on your day-to-day or organic type of content and listen to your audience. How do they react to it? What do they want? It's your opportunity to ask your audience what you want. Say you're a coffee shop and you're thinking about making a new macchiato or a new latte or whatever. Instead of just kind of winging it and say, yeah, I like this one, this is going to be my new drink, why don't you ask your audience what they want? Or on another example, I've talked to many restaurants who don't want to have any presence on, social media. This was a few years ago. And their biggest, hesitancy was they don't want to have bad reviews. Well, those bad reviews are opportunities for you to kind of get to know what your audience likes and don't like. If you get a review, 10 reviews in a week that the coffee was bad, then maybe it's time to change the coffee. But it's also your time to respond to your audience and apologize for the issue and promise you'll make it better. It's your opportunity for you to engage with your audience and to learn more about your audience. It's almost having, a test market in your own office or in your own building, and you get to engage with your audience and find out what they like, what they don't like, what they respond to, what they don't respond to. It's also your opportunity to provide value and information and position yourself as a leader in your industry and leader in your community as well. There's nothing better than someone going and looking for maybe one of your products or services or your type of business, and they're going to scroll through your Facebook, and I'm going to get to a stat pretty soon on that. Soon they're going to scroll through your Facebook, and they're going to see you're providing value and you're providing service, and you're educating people, you're giving people tips, on how to maybe, as unusual as it sounds, or as backwards as it sounds, I provide a lot of social media and marketing tips on my Facebook. I give that information out. I'm giving that information out right now. So it positions you as a leader in the industry. So when you are needed, you're top of mind. You created that brand awareness. You've made a bunch of impressions on them, and they're going to give you a call, or they're going to visit your store, or they're going to reach out to you through message, or they're going to email you. Social media is also a very long-term game. It's not a short-term. By all means, you may get lucky and put a few posts up or run an ad and get an immediate ROI, but that's not the name of the game. Social media is a very long-term game. You need to establish your presence. You need to think about the people that you're reaching, the amount of impressions that you're making, what type of engagement do you have on your posts or on your ads. What type of leads are you generating from the ads that you run on Facebook and or Instagram? It's a very long-term game, and it could pay off in dividends the more content you put out there, the more valuable content you put out there, and the more that you've earned their following and their likes and their connections on LinkedIn. You'll see over time, the more it'll eventually it'll add to your sales and eventually add to your bottom line. So social media is something that you got to commit to every day. You got to have the right mindset. You got to have the mindset that you are going to engage with your audience. You got to have the mindset that you're going to provide value and information. And you got to have a mindset that is something that you're going to commit to, for the rest of your business career. So you got to, how is your social media, enhancing, or is it enhancing your brand, or is it taking away from your brand, right? So there's a lot of different variables, but I think at the end of the day, the hesitancy is really the people just don't understand. Small business owners don't understand, the reason why you need to be on social. And it's, there's two big reasons. One, that's where everybody's intention is. And two, it's your opportunity for you to engage in your audience. It's your opportunity for you to provide value and information and position yourself as a leader in your industry. And more importantly, it's an opportunity for you to provide value in your community. So instead of running those ads in the newspaper or in a local publication or on TV or relying on word of mouth, social media is really giving you that opportunity to do all the above at a very, very cost-effective way. Very cost-effective on Facebook right now versus other forms of advertising. Very, very cost-effective. If you have any questions on how much budget you should be committing to on a monthly basis, hit me up, comment below, message me, however you're viewing this video. Reach out to me, or you can email me at Shawn, SHAWN, @cmgsocialmedia.com. And let's sit down, let's set up a time to talk over the phone and talk about your business and see what your needs are. And I can kind of give you a ballpark of what you should be doing on social media, what type of content you should be posting on there. And more importantly for you, what type of budget you should be kind of looking at as far as, how much you need to invest to run very effective Facebook ads. It's a lot of information. But I think if you tweak your mindset and understand this is an opportunity, It's not a burden. It's not a waste of your time. It is really not a waste of your time. It's an investment of your time to look into how you could either A, start a good social program, or B, revitalize one that you've kind of let kind of go by the wayside there, and you're not paying any attention to it at all. So again, Shawn, SHAWN at cmgsocialmedia.com. Comment below, message me, subscribe to my channel. At the end of this video, you'll see a little button over my left shoulder, so it'll be on your right, to subscribe to my channel. Appreciate it. If you're listening to me on YouTube or watching me on YouTube, or you're listening to me on my podcast, you can hear it on Anchor or Spotify, Google or Apple, or in a few other platforms. You can listen to your favorite podcast. It's at The Shawn Campbell Show. So I appreciate your following. I really appreciate your subscription. Appreciate you listening, watching. Thank you, and I'm going to put this out on Monday. So have a great day.
Thank you for listening to The Shawn Campbell Show. Follow us on Instagram at The Shawn Campbell Show.